the formal Portsmouth Coffee Talk Podcast Network, where we do a lot of things. I just wanted to say Monday night, Portsmouth Coffee Talk, we're going to try to cover the subject of democratic socialism, democratic progressives, and the traditional Democrats. Can they coexist? And what is the true definition of all these different names you heard floating around? A lot of times these names are given to people, uh, because of their beliefs or what they believe in or their ideologies. And, it might be a little bit of everything. Socialism, and you hear capitalism thrown around a lot, but there's a problem there with capitalism because a lot of people are not doing great. You know, so we're gonna try to have a panel discussion about that. We're still working on who will be on that panel, so stay tuned, and you do a promo of who will be on that panel. More likely, well, I'll be there, and of course. Louis Bracy will be there, and I believe Wesley Van out of Georgia will be there. So, and Louis Bracy is out of Maryland, and I'm here in Virginia, and we hope to have some other people a part of that panel as we discuss that. And one of the things that a lot of people that are Democrats might be worrying about is the division that might be within the Democratic Party during these crucial times where we really need some unity. And especially with the midterms coming up, we need them to support. So whichever way they classify themselves, it still has to be as one. If you lean towards the socialism or the progressive, or just want to stay with the traditional Democrat, whatever that is. So first, we're going to try to define each one of those Democratic identifiers. I might say so, because what has me worried right now is some of the positions that some of the progressives might have held, trying, kind of walking away from it. Defund the police. I know it was a problem with the definition of defund the police, but people who were really paying attention understood that we wasn't trying to do away with the police, which that got more traction than probably the true definition. You know, defund meant not spending as much money, and this is my take on it, not spending as much money for things that really weren't necessary. Put a lot of put some money into the prevention of crime and trying to deal with the roots of people who end up in crime. Rather than buying all the tanks and that we see over the different police departments buying all this equipment to fight crime, when, and I know the police department they react to crime, but they can also have a little part in trying to prevent some crime by spending less money in the tactical gear and things like that. And that's what the defund the police meant to me, not to do away with them. So a lot of the progressives, if you watch, they're sort of stepping away from that and some of the other issues that they were strong on, sort of stepping away from those issues. It seems like sometimes when you think you have someone who is really pushing certain topics or certain issues or certain ways that the public really wants to go, then the longer they're involved in politics, the more they turn into these get along politicians, because their aspirations might be at a point where they have to do certain things in order to reach the goals that they have set for themselves. And then you have these super PACs or these groups that are handing out all this money that some of them find out difficult to turn down and depend on the voters, the $5 here, $10 there. And we also are seeing people, candidates win against opponents who have spent millions of dollars to get a seat. So it can happen. We can defeat the big bucks, and you don't have to accept the big bucks all the time. But I guess the urge to do that is kind of tempting for anybody. I honestly don't know what I would do if I would hope that I would have enough integrity to not accept money where people would expect me to answer their call. If someone wants to give money, it's because they believe in me, excuse me, believe in me and my platform. And that's why they're supporting me, not supporting me in a big way so I could be their puppet. But anyway, that's going to be a lot for the discussion on Monday night here on YouTube, and it'll be on Facebook as well, live with a panel on Portsmouth, the Portsmouth Coffee Talk Podcast Network. And it'll be 7 p.m. Monday, and I believe Monday is the 24th of August. So join us there. We'll be live, so if you can want to comment or ask questions of the panelists, or just text in your 2 cents on the issue. But that's why I'm here today on this Saturday, letting you know we're coming with Portsmouth Coffee Talk. And on Tuesday morning, we're having under Portsmouth Coffee Talk Podcast Network, one of the segments under that YouTube channel is City Talk with Slim. And I've been having conversations with local candidates. I had from Portsmouth, as well had someone from Chesapeake, and looking to have conversations with candidates from all the cities in Hampton Roads. But this Tuesday we have Lisa Lucas Burt, who was on council and served as vice mayor, and had to give up her seat to run for mayor and lost that bid and had to be off for a while, but she is coming back to reclaim that seat as a candidate for Portsmouth City Council. So she will be on Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. on our YouTube channel under the segment of City Talk with Slim. And we're looking forward to talking to another candidate, Denzel Glover, who will be on, I believe he'll be on on Wednesday at 7 p.m. I will work with you. I like to do the shows in the morning, but if your schedule doesn't allow because of your work or whatever, we will work with you and pivot to another hour. So next Wednesday, which the 26th, yes, that'll be the 26th at 7 p.m. We have local school board candidate, first-time candidate, Denzel Glover for the Portsmouth School Board. And just stay tuned, and we're going to try to talk to as many candidates who contact me and let me know that they want to have a conversation with me. But if you don't come on my show, make sure you go to as many places as you can. It's going to help the voters vet you. And we're approaching real fast early voting, so you want to get it in as much as you can so people will know about your platform, they know about you. You can't take for granted because you've been involved in certain things that everybody knows you. That is not the case, even in a city the size of Portsmouth, with with about 97,000 people, and 60 something registered voters, 60 something thousand registered voters. So you want to make sure that you get the word out about you as a candidate so people can make a real educated choice for school board or city council. And that goes for all the cities. So this is Slim Overton here on a Saturday, and I hope you're having a great weekend so far. And just make sure that you continue to support Coffee Talk on our YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook pages, but especially our YouTube channel so we can continue to grow. We're trying to get to a point where, quite frankly, where we can be monetized and we can do quite a few other things. Once you get to a certain point on YouTube, the other doors open up for you to expand your base, to do a lot of different things that will help us reach more people. And that's our goal, is to reach as many people as we can. But we're gonna keep on rolling and making sure that we share information that hopefully uh, is important to you, sometimes entertaining to you. We like to have fun too, but on the Coffee Talk channel, we like to focus on the politics of today, and just keep up and have the conversations. And I will say we really like to have solution-based conversation, not just a whole panel of people complaining with nothing to add or no uh, positive solutions or possible solutions to the problems or the issues we might be complaining about. But mostly, you just want to inform people and get people talking about certain subjects and make sure that subjects that are important don't go away because it's not the flavor of the month subject or topic. You know how the news cycle goes. It's here today, and it's going tomorrow. Like Don Lemon keeps a lot of issues alive when the mainstream media might report on it for 3 days and then they move to the next issue. And that's why it's important to also follow the uh, independent social media content creators that are out there. I know it's a lot out there, and a lot of people just talk off the top of their head. Sometimes we do, but we try to be as factual as we can and let you know when it's our opinion. And then the other times we'll bring people in that are really knowledgeable on certain subjects, and we'll let you know that as well too, by giving their credentials and letting you know how they're qualified to talk on certain issues. But the main thing is making sure that we communicate with you, the audience, the viewers, and give you an opportunity to weigh in as well. So don't forget, Monday, 7 p.m. on YouTube, on the Portsmouth Coffee Talk Podcast Network YouTube channel. That's a mouthful. I had to think, and because I have some other channels out there, and I will mention we also have on another channel our take on it, featuring Slim and Shona, which is every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Where we have guests and we cover a variety of subjects. It's more, not a whole lot about politics. It's more human interest stories, what people are doing in the communities, uh, people who are writing books, and just sometimes just having fun with different subjects. So make sure you tune into that as well. But take care, everybody, and have a great weekend, as I said. And we'll see you. We'll see you this Monday at 7 p.m. on Portsmouth Coffee Talk Podcast Network. And when we'll be talking about, first we'll try to define what socialism is, what the progressive Democrats stand for, and the traditional Democrats, where they are. Hopefully we'll have some people that know about it, but we'll give some definite definitions of what it really is, and then we can take the conversation from there. All right, everybody, take care and have a great day, and we're going to end this live.